Hey guys, coming up on tutorial 20, where we're going to hook up a sound file to a button. Similar to like a soundboard, but we only have one sound, one button. So in this case, I've got a sound file from one of our latest videos on our mybringback VFX channel. If you haven't seen it, check it out, there's a link below. But anyways, here's the finished product to what we're going to make, and then we'll get into some of the details. So just to show you how it works, we're going to click the button here. And yeah, that's my buddy beating me at everything. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's close out the simulator, and we're just gonna start a view-based application, fresh off the press. Call it let's say sound button. Create the file. Now there's two things that we have to do before we can get into any kind of programming or setting up the action or the button or anything like that. And the first thing is actually implementing or importing a new framework. As you guys have seen, we've got three basic frameworks that come within basically the template, and we're going to add the audio toolbox framework into our project here. So go ahead and click add. You can see it appears up here, and it also appears in our bundle over here. So I'm just going to drag it down and place it in the frameworks folder just to keep it a little bit organized. The second thing that we have to do is we have to find a audio file. So I've got the boom.wav file that I pulled from our video, and I'm just going to drag that into the supporting files of the application. Copy items into the destination folder and go ahead and click finish. So after you've done those two things, we're going to go into the sound button view controller.h. And with that, we have to import the new framework that we put in there. So let's say audio toolbox / audio toolbox.h. Don't forget to close it out there. And then the last thing that we have to do in the .h or the header file here is establish our IB action, our button. IB action, we're just going to call it boom, and we are good to go to move into the implementation, the sound button view controller.m. So right after the sound button view controller, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of space here. So we're going to write in IB action, boom, semicolon, curly brackets, click a return. And so now we're going to tell the button where to find the sound file and then what to do with the sound file. So this is quite wordy, but we're going to jump into it. CF bundle reference main bundle equals CF bundle get main bundle semicolon return CF URL reference sound file URL ref, and then sound file URL ref equals CF bundle copy resource URL. So now we're going to tell it main bundle, and then the resource name. So you're going to reference your supporting file or whatever your file name is. We're going to write that in here. So we're going to tell it to reference the CF string ref bracket there, and here's your name. So in our case it's boom, and now we're gonna tell it what the resource type is. So CFSTR, and in our case it's a wave. Wrap it up in the brackets, and then it's asking, are there any subdirectory names? In this case there aren't, so we're just gonna put null. Wrap it up with semicolon there. Alright, 3 more lines here. Now we're going to tell it how much memory we want to put into this. So we're going to put UINT32, so 32-bit, sound ID, semicolon. So now we have to tell the application that we want it to play over the system sound. So we're going to put in audio services, create system sound ID, and it jumped ahead a little bit on me. So we're going to write in here sound file URL ref, comma, sound ID. And then finally we're going to tell it to play. Audio services, play, system sound, sound ID. So that should be everything you need to basically hook up the IB action to the sound file and then tell it to play over your system sound. Last thing that we've got to do before we can launch the simulator and make sure it works is we've got to go into the view controller.xib, and this is where we're actually going to put in the button. So go ahead and open up your objects to the right, and we're just going to throw a simple button in the middle of the page, make it whatever size you'd like, and then we're going to double click, right boom, and then we're going to hook that button up by clicking on it. Again, hold control, click, and drag it over to the file's owner, which now we're going to associate with the IB action of boom. Alright, so we should have everything good to go. We're going to go ahead and run the application and see what happens here. Alright, so there we go. We've got the button here. We're going to go ahead and click it and make sure it works.
Boom, Jake! I destroyed your score!
And boom! We've got a mini soundboard created. So as you can see, you got the basic concept of attaching a sound file to a button and then making it play over your system sound. So there you go. Hopefully that helps in again, some of the basics, and we'll continue to move forward with some more concepts and how to do those concepts individually. So alright, peace out guys.